The contents of this podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as medical advice. If you have a specific health concern or condition, please consult a qualified healthcare professional. For more details, check out herguru.uk/disclaimers. Hello, everyone, and welcome to ABGW podcast. Amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, wonderful. Trauma recovery redefined from struggle to strength. And we are here today for this extra episode so that I can answer a few questions so that you can get the most out of how you make your resolutions and take the steps, the actions that you need to take so you get the most out of them. So these questions have come from messages that I've had from social interactions on Facebook and Instagram, as well as private messages, and a couple of questions I thought would be useful for me to answer. So with that in mind, let's take action. And without further ado, let's dive straight in. So here's a fun fact for you. About 45% of us make New Year's resolutions. And research suggests that resolutions that genuinely are more effective are aligned with our personal values. So this new year stands before us like a blank canvas waiting to be painted. So let's have our first question. Can you do that?
How can I make my New Year's resolution more specific?
So to me, the best way to make resolutions specific is remembering that a goal properly set is halfway reached. It's about where you start. So in any kind of recovery setting, it's about being specific. Being specific or specificity is so crucial. So instead of vague goals like I want to be happier or, do you know what I mean? I want to spend more time with my family. Please be specific. You could aim for, I don't know, for example, I want to practice mindfulness for 10 minutes daily to manage my anxiety. That way, your goal is tangible and it's actually achievable. You can do 10 minutes a day. Another way of looking is instead of saying, I want to get into shape, which has been my problem for the last how many years, I want to lose 2 inches from my waist and 3 inches from my hip.
How can I measure my year's resolution?
So for me, the best way to measure resolutions is um, remembering what Peter Drucker said: "What gets measured gets managed." So it's all about the small, significant steps that you take. If you're resolved to improve your mental health, then you might want to think about, an example might be you want to reduce your panic attacks from once a week to once a month, or noting an improvement in your journal. So you might want to track how much time you're spending with your family by measuring it by aiming to work 4 hours less a week. It just depends on what your objective is. But the most important thing is that you have a way of measuring it. You have a way of reviewing your progress.
How can I make my New Year's resolution realistic?
Realistic resolutions have a 60% greater chance of being maintained. So the thing is, about 20% of resolutions fail within the first week. But we are not going to have that, are we? Because realism in any kind of recovery setting means at least acknowledging your current state. where you are right now in the process, and setting resolutions that challenge you but are still achievable. I mean, you have to remember where you are emotionally and psychologically. It's all about progress, not perfection. Perfection is not in the house. So to make your resolutions realistic, ensure that they're within reasonable standards. While you may not be able to achieve everything that you want in 1 year, you will be at least well on your way to your goal by the end of the year. And more importantly, because you've been measuring your progress, you will be able to see what you've achieved. A lot of the time, the reason why we give up is because we haven't been measuring it. So we haven't seen how far we've come. And the thing is, this year, 2024, we are going to the nth degree, baby. Next question, please.
Why do some people fail to keep their New Year's resolutions?
In the context of trauma recovery, failing to keep resolutions often stems from not setting goals that are aligned with where we are right now. So it's important to set things that are achievable and relevant, and remembering that any journey, and especially a healing journey, is not a linear process. So we have to remember to be compassionate to ourselves. Self-compassion is crucial here. Um, don't worry. We're not pointing the finger at you here. Nobody's perfect. What's important is that you're taking steps, regular steps, making progress, taking action. Action is king.
The best way to choose a New Year's resolution.
For me, resolutions are one of the most powerful tools in trauma recovery. Um, Goal setting has, from my experience, improved the recovery outcomes by 30%. So the best way to choose a New Year's resolution, in fact, any kind of resolution, is to identify a specific area in your life affected by your current experiences, and then set a goal that fosters healing and growth in that area. To me, it's all about finding balance, and choosing something that's meaningful, that contributes to your recovery journey without overwhelming you.
How can I structure my New Year's resolution?
So, do you know that by January 12th, most people have given up their resolution? But that ain't going to happen here because we are on this. So, remember what I said? You can structure them using mini goals, making smaller and smaller, manageable mini goals, and focusing your attention on those things. Structuring a resolution means breaking it down, down into steps so that you can acknowledge the progress that you've made. So if, for example, if your goal is to repair a strained relationship that you have with a family member, you might want to start with understanding your emotions around that person, and then move into communicating your needs, at least to yourself, and then with that other person, communicating what you need from them, and then working on building that mutual understanding that you have between the two of you. Will it always get you what you want straight out the bat? No. But the best way to start is how you mean to go on. So at least you're setting a frame of reference that will work for the both of you, because you're both being honest about where you really are.
What is the benefit of addressing my resolution as a process rather than just a goal?
I myself have been so distracted by goals in the past. Not in setting them, but not realizing that the most important thing when you set a goal is the progress that you make from where you started. So to me, it's crucial that you address one of the many mistakes that I have made in the past is I have set goals and I have got so excited about reaching them. And then I kind of forgotten where I've come from. So for me, one of the most important things you can do when addressing your resolution is making the decision right before you start that to acknowledge that it's a process and it's the progress that makes you more likely to succeed in what you want. It's not just about reaching that finishing line. It's about the journey there, because during that journey, you learn so much about yourself, and viewing resolutions as a process rather than just a one-time goal is so beneficial to your ongoing growth and adaptation, which is what you need and is, to me, is crucial in any kind of healing process. This perspective helps you to celebrate all the victories that you have and learn from setbacks without the judgment.
What is a funny way to look at New Year's resolutions?
As they say, a New Year's resolution is something that goes in one year and comes out the other. But the thing is, with the right approach, you can make it stick. I mean, it's essential to maintain a sense of humor. Um, you know, a New Year's resolution is the best kind of ghost story because it haunts you all year long. But remember, with the right mindset, you can turn those ghosts into your guiding spirits, your guiding sage.
How can I make sure my New Year's resolution isn't just a flash in the pan?
For me, one of the best ways you can avoid your resolutions being a flash in the pan, is going back to basic and truly focusing on what matters to you, being honest with yourself. Not the thing is, we have a tendency to set goals and resolutions in order to please other people. And then often that's why we fail, because they're not really what we want. And I'm encouraging you to be honest with yourself, set things that truly matter to you, be specific, have a system that so you can measure your goals, break them down into mini goals, and be realistic. This is a marathon, baby, not a sprint, because you are choosing something significant. And when you link your resolutions to your broader journey in life, you can allow yourself to focus on the essential and review your progress with ease. So thank you for joining us today. Hope you found those answers useful in some way. Your presence here is valued. So stay tuned for more empowering content from amazing, brilliant, gorgeous, wonderful. And remember, your journey to resilience and transformation is a masterpiece in the making. So embrace it with open arms and let your story shine bright. Okay, we'd love it if you'd leave a review, because we really do appreciate your feedback and your support. And you might want to subscribe while you're here so that you hear the next episode, or even leave a review. So you take care. Bye for now.